had. I think we've got a tremendous quarterback that gives you a chance every Saturday, every time you play. We got a lot of great character kids. And I think that's how you come back from the 0-2 start and win the ACC is to have those kind of character kids leading your football team. And, two of the best right here. I think the good leader of our defense, John Grace, and leader of our offense, Tyrod. And as good of players as they are, I think they're better people. And I appreciate having them at Virginia Tech and what they meant to our program. I thought our kids hung in there. We lost both linebackers. We were playing with their second team linebackers the whole second half and making adjustments on our kickoff coverage team. But we hung in there. I don't think it was always pretty, but it was, I'd say we don't always play great, but I think we give great effort. And I thought the offense came up with some big plays, some third down plays that kept us moving, kept us rolling. And, it was kind of that kind of ball game. We needed to stay in front, and Tyrod and that offense, I thought did a good job of that. So, great to win the ACC. Question?
First question to our left.
Frank, it's kind of strange to ask this, but if you weren't going to win the national championship this year after that Boise loss, was losing to JMU the next week almost the best thing that could have happened to you guys in terms of being a constant sort of fire and reminder that every week anything could happen?
I didn't think it was too good. How about you, Tyler? I didn't. No. I think people say what changed about the football team. I don't think anything changed. I think we're the same football team that we were before Boise and before James Madison. I just think we had two tough losses and things didn't work out our way. And with great leadership, and I think it has to come from within the team. Yeah, and it did. And thank goodness we got some great kids.
Back of the room.
For Tyrod, on that touchdown pass, 3rd and 6, when you had the safety blitzing in your face, can you describe what you saw coming at you and what you were trying to do to slow him down?
Going into the game, we knew that he was going to bring a different blitz for different teams that they played. That was one that they blitzed and just had to go hot, tried to buy me a little extra time and get the ball on my hands. And offensive line done a good job off there and give me time. And like I said, I just used my legs to buy a little time to get the ball on my hands.
Coach, when you think about some of the other better quarterbacks that you've had at Virginia Tech, where's Tyrod right now, nearing the end of his career as a passer, compared to the other ones?
Well, we've been fortunate to have some great quarterbacks at Virginia Tech, and Tyrod's right there. I think the feeling that you have over there on the sideline, and you feel like he's going to do the right thing with the ball. He's going to make good decisions, and this next play may be a big one, and that's a good feeling to have over there.
Coach, obviously Brian Steinspring has taken a lot of heat over the years for the Virginia Tech offense, but you've had an explosive offense all year, and today no exception. Can you talk about the job he's done with the offense this year?
Well, I think the whole offensive staff, and it gets back, having good players that get the job done, and we got good players that get the job done. Some guys that are threats, and we've lost a couple of good ones that we missed. But, there's no question. I think Coach Steinspring, that whole offensive staff done a nice job, but it all gets back to players performing, and we're fortunate we got good players.
For Tyrod, what was the key to your third down conversions? Because you converted third and short, third and long, third and medium. Also, on the long run by Darren Evans, I think it was in the first 51 yards. Did you change that play at the line? What did you see?
No, I didn't change the play. I just waved off. It's a two-play concept. I could throw the bubble screen to Danny to the short side of the field if the linebacker's in. They capped Danny, so I waved it off and just read the end. It's a read option play kind of with no option, but no extra guy. The option is basically between me and Darren. If the end bends and I keep it, he stayed upfield and Darren got positive yards and turned it into a big play.
Frank, I'm curious, how much fun is it to watch when Tyrod's on like that in the second half? How much fun is it from the sideline when it seems like he's not really missing a read, he's not missing receivers? Can you describe what it's like for you on the sideline?
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, no, I've enjoyed a lot of great moments with Tyrod out there, and you know, they won a lot of ball games. You know, you're talking about being the only team that have won 10 games for the last 7 years, and then the last 4 Tyrod's been right there, and been a lot of great moments, and he just done a lot of, meant a lot to Virginia Tech. There's no question about that. Meant a lot.
When you talk about senior leadership, Frank, obviously Kyle Fuller was having a little bit of a rough first half. I know that Rashad Carmichael was really hurting. Did he come to you guys and say, "Just put me in there"? And what does it say about him?
Yeah,
that he did go back.
Yeah, they. I asked the trainers, could he go, and they went and checked with him, and he wanted to go, and so I think it's kind of the attitude of our whole football team that, I'm going to do whatever I can to help us win, and I thought that certainly was for Rock. I thought that was I'm going to try to do everything I can to help us win, even though I'm hurting over here.
Back right.
Frank, as you look, played Florida State tonight, the team that really dominated this league in the 1990s. You guys have now won 4 titles in 7 years since joining the league. Just, has it been better than you thought it could be?
Well, I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish. We're proud to be a member of the ACC, number one. That's the right league for us, and just great people here. And again, every time I say that, I always say I'm appreciative of the Big East, because they meant a lot to us. Also, great people there. But we are proud to be a part of the ACC, and then to win it. And it's going to get tougher and tougher, because I think everyone's getting better. I think it's a balanced league, a lot of good coaches, a lot of good players. But what we've been able to accomplish, we've had a lot of good players, and you got to have that to win the league. There's no question about it.
Any questions for John? He worked pretty hard out there.
Yeah, give old John. John's worked real hard.
I guess I'll ask one for John, then one for Tyrod. John, could you just talk about defensively the way you guys were able to hang in, as Frank said, without Lindell and Bruce for that second half?
Well, I think, the young guys just stepped up and played well, In practice, we rotate everyone, so everyone's had a chance to play, and they did a good job of coming in and just stepping up for the team. It wasn't no letdown in that position, so everything worked out well.
And Ty, I just wanted to ask you about the pass that got it going to Danny, which kind of got the roll going for you guys. Take me through what you saw there. It looked like they just kind of left him when he came in.
Yes, that's the same play that we scored against Miami. They got caught up in the cross in the middle of the field. Guy fell down, or I'm not sure if he fell, but I know he ran into Jared, and Danny came wide open, made a great catch, and finished the run.
To a right.
John, as you talk about defensively this year, you guys in almost every single game this year fell behind, but the defense got better as the game went on. What's the confidence like in this team when you get in at halftime and come back out again?
We feel really confident. We just continue to work. That's our mindset. Not to stay the same each quarter, but to get better. And that's something the coaches preach, and that's something we try to do when we get on the field.
Yeah, I think our defense has had some big plays. It wasn't always pretty tonight, but the interception, the stopping on 4th down, they just seem to come up with, the first score, a tip ball interception, and John kind of leads that defense, but it's just great effort, and that's what I really think our whole football team's all about. We got a lot of guys that got tremendous ability, but I don't think anyone cares about their stats. I think they just care about Virginia Tech winning, and that's how we play. And it's really fun to sit over there and watch it.
Back of the room.
Tyrod, can you describe what tonight's win means to you?
Just a great way to finish the senior season. I'm just proud of the way that we turned things around from 0-2 start. as a senior, it feels good to go out with a win like this. And I know John is just as proud as I am of the team and the way we bounced back from the start that we had.
Front row.
Two questions for Coach. Your reaction to Ponder not being there and how that might have changed things, and for you, Tyrod, any sweeter than it's FSU that you had this game against?
You know, first of all, I don't, you know, I thought 3 for them played pretty well. You know, he, you know, probably got a ball a little high there on Davon's interception. And I don't know what happened on the 4th down play, but overall, I thought the kid played very well. And why did Ponder not play? Do y'all know?
Fluid out of his elbow.
The fluid wasn't out of his elbow? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. But, you know, they, you know, Ponder certainly means a lot to them, but I thought 3 played for him pretty well, to be quite honest.
Back right.
You got one more question?
It feels good. It feels good to play against Florida State for the last time. Last time I played them, I got hurt on the first play of the game. So, of course, I had that in my head going into this game and just wanted to come out there and have a performance, something like my freshman year.
You're 2 and 3 against him, right?
Yes, sir.
That's better than anybody else at Virginia Tech. Trust me. He's got the best record of anybody against Florida State. All the rest of us is too many losses.
Coach, obviously no stranger to the championship game. Could you talk a little bit about what it's been like moving into Charlotte and out of the state of Florida?
Well, I just look at it, you know, I think everyone's put great effort into it. I thought Jacksonville did. I thought Tampa did. I think this is the right place for it. I think location-wise, it's the right place for, you know, most of the schools. I thought it was supported great. You know, I thought it was an enthusiastic crowd there tonight, and you know, I think we look at it, but to me, this is the place where it needs to be.
Got 4 more questions, and I know who you are. First one there.
Tyrod, you know, there's still fans out there wearing Michael Vick, Virginia Tech jerseys, and could you just talk a little bit about your legacy that you're leaving? I mean, in 10 years now, are you going to come back and people are still going to be wearing your jersey here?
I hope so. Hope they don't forget about me. But I think it hasn't really said too many things that I did here, and I'm just thankful for the opportunity the coach gave me from day one, allowed me to come out here and start and be the leader at quarterback.
Tyrod, certainly one of the biggest games of your career. Did you feel like you were in a zone tonight and that you weren't going to be able to do anything wrong? And if so, when did you start to get that feeling?
Never really. Every game I feel like I'm in a zone. Maybe it just made more plays this week. After the second half, we wanted to come out and put points on the board. And that's something that Coach stressed to us all week is we need to put points on the board against this team. Don't let them stay in the game. And as an offensive unit, that's what we came out and did second half.
Tyrod, you've had your fair share of escapes over your career, but the one in the second half there when you're about 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, you ended up getting loose for, I think, a 12-yard run. Was that one of the better ones, and what did you see?
I would say so. My feet just took over, to tell you the truth. Sometimes if I'm running, don't even know where I'm going. You trust my feet, but I know Daniel's probably mad that I ran into him at the end of the play. That wasn't on purpose, but I was stumbling and didn't have anywhere to go, so I ran into him, but it was just, like I said, just trusting my natural ability.
Last question.
This is for Coach and actually the players. Given how the season started those first 5 days, is this still a matter of unfinished business for you guys? Is there another game to win to sort of make amends for what happened in that 5-day period?
Well, I've said this. I think this is a special team. And, you know, one more win in the Orange Bowl, and I'm going to be talking about this team for a long time. You know, every Hokie club meeting I go to, they're going to hear about this football team right here. But, you know, we got it yet to do. Whoever we play in the Orange Bowl, you know, we need to get that done. But what they've been able to accomplish when things didn't look good and how they hung in there together and probably got tighter as a group, come in here tonight and beat a good football team. I'm going to tell you, Florida State, I think, is a good football team. You know, my hat's off to them, how they've performed this year, and you know, I think they're good, getting better all the time. And so for us to be them, and then to go to Miami and win, and go to NC State and win when they were hot, and go to North Carolina and win. You know, it's been a lot of great moments, and you know, if we just get one more win, I think it's going to be a story we'll be talking about. I think we'll talk about this team